Ah, the French makers of fine wine.
Such as
Only from Champagne.
omelette du baguette.
Okay, so I want to ask a question
croissant.
here.
Yes.
I think I'm the oldest one here, right? Do you guys remember that ad at all?
The Orson Welles champagne ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't remember seeing it on television, but I know of it.
Okay. Because I love to reference it, but I feel like it's gotten to the point where no one knows it anymore. Even though it's like an internet meme.
You expect me to take, as God's honest truth, that the sea's very own abominable and chittering roach took walk into hand and fried this rice?
I'm not sure that was
It is,
Orson
of
Welles,
course.
but that was pretty good.
That was beautiful. That's the perfect opening.
I'm trying to work on my Orson Welles by starting off with Brain from Peaky and the Brain.
I mean, that's all you do, really.
Yeah.
Timegate Tavern. My favorite tavern to come in. I think it's very funny. I named this show Timegate Tavern, and then the expansion comes out that has like the least amount of time gating to it.
Yeah, it's true. In a couple generations, these new WoW gamers aren't going to know what you're talking about.
It's kind of funny.
In a couple of generations, there won't be WoW gamers.
That's kind of funny too.
It'll
Herchibald and Rixy.
It's me. I am that.
Everyone knows. You guys are just regulars. That was supposed to be like a one-off because I don't want to take you guys' time, and then you're always like volunteering to hop on, so I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also this other guy. I don't know what his name is. I forget.
Chad.
No, this one.
Well, I was going to say
pointing to you.
Herchibald, but really Hyman's Bane. Oh, they both start with H, so you can't really like flip it, can you?
No. You better not until I'm done.
So how are you guys doing? You both resubbed to WoW because you're so excited?
Yep, I definitely did that.
Yeah.
I definitely opened the Battle.net app and clicked the subscribe button. No, I have not, and I have no intention to, especially not with cross-faction guilds.
Yeah, I have not thought about World of Warcraft since our last episode.
I have.
So yeah, I'm excited about the trading post.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I was chatting with a buddy. He showed me like one of the newer trading post rewards is like just a clown costume.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking pissed because it looks really cool. And my fucking girlfriend loves clowns, and I showed it to her. I was like, "What the fuck is that? It's so cool!" And she ended up like drawing it because it looks so awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I can't get it anymore because it was limited release and removed Julie.
Well, it's like this month, and like probably again in a year.
Yeah, you have
Are
your
they
opportunities.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it.
Because I love the idea of like playing rogue, like a trickster character, sort of like Jester from Gauntlet for like any of the 5 people that remember that game.
People remember Gauntlet, Dark Legacy. You can't forget.
I want to complain about the trading post. It sucks.
Why does it suck? It's free stuff.
Everything they do, everything they roll out so buggy, dude. So like the last month, you didn't get a clown costume, you got a mount.
Right.
And it was a mount that the wardens use, so you can roleplay as Maiev, but also it changes color in sunshine for no reason.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so I did all the challenge things to get credit for the mount, and it just like bugged out and stopped counting. It would like, there's a list of quests to do, and I would get little markers where it's like, yep, 10 out of 10, you did it. And like defeat 5 bosses, like, yep, 5 out of 5, you did it. But it would like stay on the unfinished, like, work in progress thing.
Oh,
That's fucked up.
And get like 6 out of 5, you did it. And I'm not getting my gold, and I'm not getting the credit towards the unlock.
$15 a month for this game, by the way.
Yes. So then the month ends, and with the refresh, I get all the gold I was due. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So that means I got the mount too. I did not get the mount. And so this month, I'm working on my clown costume. I am like watching every single thing, and it's like I'm going to report every single bug I find this time. Like, yeah, and not wait till the last week of the month.
Did you manage to get it?
I did, and now I have this. So here, spoiler, everybody. I keep saying this every time. I've been playing Evoker.
Yeah.
The race that doesn't display armor.
The clown costume doesn't
I unlocked
function.
my clown costume. So, well, okay, there's two ways to do it. I could just wear that so that I look like this mighty dragon, and as soon as I I land in the city or whatever, I just poof into a clown.
Yeah, it's cool.
Or I can maintain my dignity and dress lore appropriately, like an adult.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I roleplay respectfully on the notorious ERP server that no one takes seriously.
I will never respect a role player.
But you're gonna join our guild now. It's Horde, the cross guild alliance.
Now that factions mean absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Factions are. I am wondering, is the next step gonna be like if war mode is off, you can just walk into Stormwind?
I really hope not.
Because so we had the guild I'm in, we had a meeting, and we wanted to have like an in-house meeting. So we found this building and walk in the mayor's office, and we were doing a thing there. But there's NPCs that talk, and so we had someone hop on Horde and come over and just kill everybody real quick. But then it just sort of like dawned on me how it's like, yeah, if we wanted to have a guild meeting, and half of our guild was Horde, we can't meet here anymore. Because it's like, it becomes like this game mechanic thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this stuff is weird. Like,
who actually meets up in the game anymore, though?
Well, what's funny? It happens a lot.
Yeah, I still remember hanging out with guildies and even back in Legion, we'd kind of putter around Suramar. I mean, because you're doing stuff in the city. I can see it happening. Certainly, if you are kind of that like role player kind of mindset, going places outside of like, okay, here's the entrance to the dungeon for the keystone you've got or something.
You know what? You mentioned that, and I think that was actually how I joined my first World of Warcraft guild. I was leveling, and I wound up in Skullomance, and there were like 3 demon hunters just like chilling out. It's like, oh man, you guys look cool. And they told me they were having a guild meeting and to fuck off. And I was like, what's a guild meeting? And then they invited me.
Herc, do you have any idea how incredibly old you made me feel with that sentence?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you... my first WoW guild, I met these demon hunters. Like, fuck off. God.
Okay, so I want to say, the back to the earlier point you said, though, it reminded me, like, playing on Moonguard is almost like a different game.
Yeah, I could see that.
I will hop on other servers sometimes. I have like one character on a couple other servers, and they're like marked as high pop, but it's like the atmosphere is totally different.
Yeah, I remember Wormrest Accord was very not cool.
Yeah, it used to be the same, and it somehow just like pittered out. Like the last time I hopped on Wormrest, it was like a ghost town. It was depressing. And then I go on Moonguard, and everything was normal. And I was like, well, I guess everyone just moved here or something, but it's just... They have a server cleanup problem. I think there's a lot of like dead servers. They have to just merge and get rid of this server idea. Because it's just hurting, I like, I think there was like an Asmongold video or something, but he logged onto like Classic WoW. And he was just like, I bet no one's even playing anymore. Okay, dudes, let's log in WoW. Dudes, let's go. That's what he sounds like. Mm-hmm. And they go to, he found this guy who's like a level 14 warrior. And it looked like Stan's dad from South Park. Or just like some guy's just genuinely playing Warcraft.
Hell yeah.
And so he walks up and asks him like, hey dude, like you're the only person in the city. Like I'm just curious, why are you playing the game right now? Like I'm doing a show, I'm just curious. And the guy responds back and he says, like, I don't know, I just hear of Warcraft. I thought I'd try Warcraft. I thought this is the start place. It's fun.
He has no idea.
It's neat. It's a big game. It's so big.
He has no idea. Hey, did you ever play that one? Not to derail you. You ever play that one game, Kingdoms of Amalur?
No, but I love to say that. It sounds such like a fantasy game.
Yeah,
that
it
my
is.
Heart
It's like
drop.
Single player World of Warcraft, and I played the demo of it because it's free on Steam, and it was like what I wanted, pretty much.
When you say single player Warcraft, like, you mean like combat wise, or like?
No,
like,
it's more like an action game, but in terms of like level design and how it actually feels to play, like you're kind of zoomed out and you're like a big dude with big armor and you smash things and they go exploding. It's really fun.
Okay. I guess on a tangentially related note, did you ever play with the action cam in WoW?
I did. It was awesome.
Yeah. Dude, actually, that was one thing that reinvigorated me with Legion, where I was like, I'm not feeling it. And then I'm like, wait, I can do action cam as a demon hunter? Oh, this is sick.
Yeah, dude, it was tight.
Oh, as a warrior? I'm just in there tearing ass left and right. I'm like, why is this not like the game? Like, damn.
Yeah, if you there's also an add-on that will map pretty much all the functions of playing the game to a controller. So you can like actually heal a raid using a fucking Xbox controller while you're kicked back in your gamer chair.
Rixy, I want to ask you. You just got into VR.
Mm-hmm.
On VR chat, have you been to any of the Warcraft worlds yet?
I haven't. I wanted to spend some more time, I guess, getting my VR legs. I bought a couple of games, and I think the next one I want to get is Half-Life Alyx, to like as a test. As like, am I like I like the gimmicky ones. There's like a mech one, like Iron Rebellion, and I'm having a blast with that. And there's like a shooter one, and I'm loving that. And I'm like, okay, but for those, I'm like really stationary almost. And like VR chat, it's that little bit of like getting my sea legs, I guess. It's like, am I getting nauseous, or is it like not eating, or am I drunk, or like what's going on? So
no, you have to almost train your brain for how movement works. But next time we play, I want to show you some of the places I record, because it's kind of neat to like go to Dalaran, and it's like actually first person and 3D, and you can like reach over and pick up a sword.
Oh man!
Yeah,
and you can like walk into the flower shop and stuff.
You were telling me a while ago about actually walking through Stormwind in VR and just how comically oversized all the doorways were.
Yeah, it's not just cartoon reasons. It's like third person camera has to fit through on top of your giant character.
Yeah.
It's just funny little things where it's like, oh yeah, the game wasn't supposed to be seen from this angle.
You know, I'm kind of impressed that there isn't a VR MMO yet.
Oh, there's a couple.
Oh, are there? Are there any decent?
I want to say one of them's pretty decent, and actually, it's on PS5. The new PlayStation VR just came out, and it's actually like it's really low poly and basic, but I think that makes it palatable, especially if you're new to playing games in VR.
Tell you what, though, I would definitely be down to run some Wailing Caverns in VR if that's ever possible.
Oh, okay, here, imagine you're crafting, right?
Yeah.
But you set your ingot on the thing, and you have your hammer, and you physically have to hit the ingot with your hammer.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that becomes
you're
your
doing
sword.
alchemy, and it's like a Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's the one problem I think with VR as like a role-playing game is you kind of need to lean into the things VR does well. And it's like, yeah, your alchemy and your whatever, like those sound like really fun kind of like mini games. But if it's a game about fighting, like I guess that's one thing why I'm like hesitant about some VR games where it's like, okay, I swing my sword, I just like paddle ball it, like just back and forth and back and forth. It's like that's not really engaging, I guess.
See, what you do
we did have fun doing that one dungeon though.
Oh yeah, no, that was really basic, but that was a lot of fun. But it's like, how do we
for an experience?
Yeah, how do we stretch that kind of gameplay out? Like, that's
What you
the
do
big
is you
challenge.
have like in VR an actual spell book that you have to flip through and like point to the spell that you want to cast, and that's how you play wizard, right?
Or I
I
mean, that's literally like Arcs Fatalis, where you have to draw the symbols to cast spells, and you can like quick
Yeah.
select ones. Yeah, that would be great if it was a game strictly focused on like wizards, right? That'd be superb. But the problem is
Well,
when it comes to I want to hit a guy with my sword, it's like I don't know. The little VR adventure we had, it had like two mechanics, and that was
uh,
actually pretty neat. But it's like you need to be able to expand on it a little bit.
Yeah, there's some things that work better in VR than others, and I think swordplay is very hit and miss, but archery is always fun.
Yeah, I actually
And yeah,
oh sorry, I was gonna say have you played it's constantly on rotation of like when the beta is open and when it's closed and whatever, but Dark and Darker.
oh yeah,
no,
man.
that sounds familiar though.
Yeah, it's like kind of looter shooter, but it's Dungeons and Dragons. So, you're a wizard or a cleric or a rogue or whatever, like in a map, and you got to run around and loot stuff and get the hell out, and there's like skeletons and other players and stuff. And conceptually, I think it's a great game. I think if you wanted to make a VR dungeon game, that's like the template, I would say, to
I
base
was
it off
actually
of.
just thinking if you were gonna do a VR dungeon game, fucking Diablo in VR.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess the idea is, yeah, you want to be able to really play into the aspects of like, okay, I need to pick up, this sword and store it on my person somewhere. So you're kind of doing like inventory management with your body almost. Like that could be a fun little aspect, and throw in the other junk, and I think that would really play well to some of the strengths.
All right,
Did
Rixie,
you
how would
see?
you translate the World of Warcraft Paladin to VR?
You would have a Librium, you'd have a Tome, and that's your holy spell selection, and then you have a big
Yeah.
fuck off hammer. And if you don't have the hammer in a hand and you have the book, you can do signs and you cast spells, or if you have the book and a hammer, you like click a button and it casts a spell. You have your holy shock or something. Like it, you could do it. You could do
All
it.
right, but can you actually smack people with your book?
I would say if you can't, then I uninstall it immediately. Cease all funding.
All right, Cam, what's your favorite World of Warcraft class that isn't Evoker right now?
I still want to say I'm drawn back to monk.
Would playing Monk in VR basically work like all the hundreds of Kung Fu games?
I was actually thinking if you wanted to do like an RPG monk in VR, it should be like a whack-a-mole rhythm game. Not in those strict senses, but like there's a target. You should see on your enemy different spots, and it's like you have to do that like
Oh, you're
that
hitting the
kung
pressure
fu
points,
like
yeah.
pressure point thing where it's like you'll see something light up, and it's like when they're open, you'll see like a flash, and if you hit them right, that'll be extra damage.
And their heads
But
explode.
also, you have to use your hands to block.
Yeah, and like you see all the pressure points and you press them just right, and then like you nothing happens and you walk away slowly and like what are you doing? And then their heads deform and then explode on you.
Yeah, no, that would be like a perfect thing to do. I mean, I guess you could extrapolate Warrior to be a similar thing. I know there's like those. There was some game in the arcade. I can't remember the name of it, but you had like a katana, and the way you would hit guys is you'd have to like it would like light up on the screen, and you have to like stroke your sword a certain direction to actually make the hit. Like you could
You're thinking of Legend of Zelda,
You're thinking of Metal Gear Rising
Skyward
Revengeance.
Sword.
maybe.
You're thinking of House of the Dead.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, you have to swing in a certain like acceptable band, and like if you're right on it, it's like a crit, and like if you're within the broad stroke, it's a good hit, and then if you're off, it just like doesn't do anything. Like you could play with it a little bit, I imagine.
So here's the thing. I want in World of Warcraft VR, when you're playing a paladin and it's lay on hands, I want to just grab everyone's boobies and go, it's the game. You can't ban me.
You can actually slap your friend's ass and it'll heal him.
Get back in there, champ. Like, come on. That's... transmog your thing into like a towel.
Dude, I love like full body movement. It's such a game changer in video games. Are you familiar with Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love this game so much. And you're ghost hunters, and you have to document ghosts. That's like modern times ghost hunting. And one of the things that happens is like if a ghost kills one of your friends, they lose all their money for that round. But if you can get a picture of the body, then they get insurance money back.
Mm.
And so normally it's like, oh, the ghost is so like active, we have to sneak in the house real fast and get a picture and get out. And so it's always this like dire thing where like things are flying at you and the lights are flickering. It's like, oh my gosh, where did he die? We have to find his body. And so I remember once a friend died. I got in the house. I came running back out. I was like, okay, let's go. We get all the way back to the base, and you see all the pictures for that round, and it's like, oh, I got the ghost in the bathroom, and they're like, oh, we got the evidence of the fingerprints here, and then my friend like points at the picture, like, wait, did you take a selfie in front of my body? And it's a picture of me doing like a peace sign in front of his dead body.
Oh, you joke! I've seen some unhinged shit online, like people just going into shock. Fun.
Okay, we talked about VR. I want to talk about Warcraft.
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask. Do we still have to talk about World of Warcraft on the show?
No. Did you hear the news about Riot Games?
No, I didn't.
No.
So Ghostcrawler is stepping down.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Greg Street?
Yeah.
He's leaving Riot.
Where's he going?
He's going home to mourn some terrible loss in the family.
Oh, that sucks. That's not good.
Yeah. But more importantly, this is going to have a detrimental effect on the League of Legends MMO.
Yeah.
I think it's vaporware. That's like vampire Bloodlines 2 level vaporware. Like that's never going to come out. Or if it does,
you
it's
think so?
I think legitimately they're going to recognize that unless WoW has a catastrophic like implosion, like truly they release an expansion or combat upgrade or something, it becomes classless or whatever, like, and everybody just quits en masse. I think it's gonna like struggle along long enough that people are going to recognize, in the gaming marketplace, MMOs are just like not it. WoW still has filled this void like entirely by itself, and if it's around at all, it's going to just eat up all kind of like player attention. Really,
Rixy, would you still play WoW if they started adding Fortnite skins?
Depends on what the skins are.
Would you play WoW if you could cosplay as Rick and Morty?
Both of them. Or would that be like
they're
my
like
warlock?
horribly...
Am I like Rick and then my imp is Morty?
Yeah, there's like a skin for Hunter where you can like play as Rick, and then like your summon pet is Morty, and he like runs over and bites people.
I would almost be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be willing to turn my head aside and be like, yeah, fine. I don't play Hunter, so
he's in your raid.
I want to ask, do either of you care at all about League of Legends?
No.
Okay.
I do a little bit.
Why?
Okay. Did you like Arcane?
I thought Arcane was really well done. I'm not like huge into League of Legends like lore, I guess, or anything.
That's the thing.
But
is, with Arcane specifically, I'm watching it, that first episode, and it was like, oh, I just realized this is an ad for the MMO. Because it's the first time they're showing the world look like a world. Like they were establishing, well, here's the mass transport between countries, and here's this zone, the up city. Here's this zone, the under city.
Yeah, here's how you're going to navigate between like player hubs. Here's where the leveling areas are.
See, I buy that, but didn't they release like a strategy game They had like the
and a card game.
Yeah, and it's like
and a fighting game.
Well, the fighting game, we'll see how that one shakes out. That's at least a product that will probably see market. But like, I don't know. I think it's establishing the framework for like, okay, we're gonna do another like Taken King or whatever. Like, I can see that aspect. Like, as an MMO though, maybe.
What class would you play in the right MMO?
I'd be a bot jungler.
Can I want to play Zartanis.
Yeah, I'm so attack speed Zeratul? Like, what?
Yeah, I want to...
My problem is, like, this is my same problem as, like, with WoW, is, like, I like the monsters a lot more than the peoples.
Yeah.
So when I play League of Legends, it's like, well, I want to be the spider monster.
Yeah.
I want to be a mermaid. And those are never the options in the MMO.
Oh, dude, if you could be like a mermaid, and then when you're on land, you like slither around in your tail like a serpent, that'd be badass.
Wait, can I just be like a tower?
You just T-pose.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Okay, they would win me over if they had a legitimate like pet class, but it's just like a gang of dudes. You're just like the minions. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You're like a lieutenant guy, and you have like 4 or 5 minion dudes or something, and like that's your shtick. Like, dude, sold. I'd fucking play that immediately.
All right, Rixy, you've got a 10-man minion tactical squad. What do you equip your minion sergeant and your minion heavy weapon specialist with?
I can't believe you're telling me I only get one special weapon. It's like we're playing modern 40k.
No, they work like Dark Eldar rules. So like instead of like 1 per 5, you get 1 per 10 because they're a horde unit.
I would give my main guy. Obviously, he's got like a magic staff, and then my other dude, he's a catapult. He's just a catapult.
Like he is a catapult, or he's carrying a catapult.
Okay, no, I like it better if he's carrying it.
Okay. I like the idea that you have taken a minion and then flesh-shaped it into a skin catapult. And it's just wailing in agony, and every time you crank it back, you hear its bones break and then reform.
Okay, I don't know what all this minion shit is anymore. I'm changing the subject. This is a Warcraft podcast. So I want to ask you guys, are you going to go to KFC to get your Diablo 4 beta access?
It's been a minute since I went to KFC, actually. Their biscuits are kind of shit.
So, I hate their biscuits so much.
So when my tire blew up and I had to drive to, or I got towed to the Pep Boys to get it replaced, and I was like kicking around. I like played guitar for like an hour and a half. I, played on my phone, whatever. There was a KFC literally like down the block. And I didn't see the KFC pre-order thing until I got home. And I'm not going to say I was mad, but I was actually, like, part of my brain, I just started to have an aneurysm. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No. What day was that?
I guess it was day before yesterday. So maybe.
Oh,
maybe
man. Your tire blew
Thursday.
Up. There's a guy that goes to my local game store, posted a photo of his car. Somebody, like, fucking took the back left wheel off and then just left it sitting on the street. Didn't even leave a fucking block.
Ooh.
Just the fucking state of the economy right now. People are just stealing single wheels and can't even afford to leave the block. They just drop that shit on the pavement.
Well, my point is, do either of you care about Diablo?
I do. I am a whore for Diablo. I still have Diablo 1 on my PlayStation 1. I have
Cam,
the physical
you'll
disc.
set up these topics for us to like remain on discussion of World of Warcraft / Blizzard games, and then me and Rixy will just like take that and not at all.
What are you talking about? I want to talk about Diablo. Oh my god.
Let me level with you guys. Have either of you listened to a Warcraft podcast?
Like other than yours?
Yeah.
No.
So, do you need someone to read the patch notes to you?
Probably.
There's like 80 other shows that do that. No one's coming here expecting us to be informative.
All right. That's fair.
Diablo 4, with all the might of 2 strips of bacon, is coming to beta soon. And Rixy has some sort of a hard-on for either the cheese, the secret sauce, or his favorite paladin barbarian.
Well, in Diablo,
Druid.
I played, I guess, Sorceress and then Wizard. They were always my favorite, because I adore
the girl character.
Well, it's just because they're rad as shit, and I like Necromancer, but
yeah, sure, that's why. No other reason.
No, trust me, I would let Li Ming mommy dummy in a heartbeat. I would lick the demon blood off her boots without hesitation. But that's not the point. I'm really excited for Diablo 4.
I like how that's the least embarrassing thing you could say. You could go way worse.
I could. I absolutely could, but for Cam's virginal ears and that of their listeners, I'm going to avoid delving any deeper.
We're going to give him less things to have to cut out.
Now he's going to put that on repeat. No,
use it for blackmail.
Can't blackmail me. I have no shame. That said, why do you bring up Diablo 4 and KFC chicken sandwiches, Cam?
I was curious if you cared.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely care. No hesitation.
Are you gonna play it? Are you gonna play like for serious? Or are you looking forward to like running the campaign once and then going, nah.
I mean, I really enjoyed Diablo 3. I took a couple of seasons off here and there, but it's like a game I come back to pretty regularly, with whatever little changes they make and new gear and stuff. Like, I would say I've played that game more consistently over the years than WoW. Like, I'll play WoW and I'll buckle down and just spend a ton of time, getting geared and prepped and do mythic pluses and raids and whatever. But it's like Diablo, like, I'll just come back to. Like, it's been a couple of months.
What do you like
and then
more,
I'll play
KFC or Diablo?
That is a tough one. Probably Diablo, because I can go, a week without eating. If it
do you
means
like their Nashville hot?
Yeah.
There you go. You got a diarrhea all over Diablo's face to stop him.
Hell yeah.
All right, you get Diablo free. Diablo 4 for free. You don't have to spend any money, but you're never allowed to eat KFC again.
Does the combination KFC A&W count?
Yes, you're not allowed to go to the A&W either, or the combination KFC Pizza Hut.
Ooh, okay, now you're making it difficult.
I would easily get by enjoying Diablo and all that chicken at Popeyes.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I kind of prefer Popeyes, but...
And their biscuits.
Popeye's biscuits are definitely a lot better than KFC's, but I have to say, like, in terms of, like, if I'm only going to go to one place, it has to be Bojangles. Because their chicken and their biscuits are both, like, very, very decent, very good quality.
Do you like Churches?
There is only one Churches within, like, 20 miles of me, and it's all the way in downtown Charleston, and I don't fucking feel like driving on 526 all the way over there to get Churches. It's decent, but not worth the drive.
Do you like Raising Cane's?
Yes.
I actually worked for Raising Cane's for a bit. Didn't care for it.
Did you listen to the Aquabats?
I know of them.
Do you like their song where they sing about chicken restaurants?
I don't think so. I don't know if I know that one.
Well, I want to be a druid, except the druid looks boring, so I'm going to pick the thief.
What does what is the thief order at KFC?
Ears.
No, the thief asks for a cup for water, and then they go and fill it up with, like, Coke or something.
The druid has to use the restroom, shits on the floor, and leaves.
The wizard just follows the rules correctly and doesn't make a scene, and everyone forgets his name later.
That works.
Yeah, and the
The
barbarian.
sorceress also shits on the floor, but she makes sure everyone sees her do it.
She magics it away. It just goes invisible.
Oh yeah, it's like the Harry Potter toilets.
I like how Renoki didn't want to join us for our Warcraft podcast. She doesn't know enough about the MMO. I want to ask you guys. You see, I think both of you have an appreciation for class flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see the new weapons?
No.
So some weapons got data mined, and people speculate it might be related to like a challenge mode thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're separated by class.
Oh, okay.
And some of them look pretty nice.
Oh, I'll check these out. Let's go through here.
I'm a little disappointed in... Like, I like the Paladin Shield. I think the
Hey now.
maces I'm not super keen on. I gotta be honest.
Those are pretty good.
Well, say what you want. WoW has never been bad about, like their weapons and armor assets. Like they've always looked good. Like even, frankly, I'll die on this hill. Like back in Clown Car, like Burning Crusade, when you had like purple
Rixy,
boots.
do you know what that
red
mason
shirts.
shield matches with?
Judgment.
That's all you need.
Well, it's true, but the problem is, it's like I'm a little over hammers styled like that.
Shut up.
No, I love the weapons actually. I think they all look great. I'm not a huge fan of the glaives. I got to be honest.
Yeah, the glaives are a little wonky. I kind of like the non-tank ones. Those are pretty. Just quintessentially Demon Hunter. I feel like we've already seen the Death Knight ones though.
So some of these visually seem like they could be Legion artifacts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're all technically new sculpts, but a couple of them just seem to have like a design skew that's like very much like, hey, this will take you back to the Mage Tower days.
It won't.
I
went back to the
fan
Mage
that the
Tower
monk gets.
after they reopened it. I didn't have a good time because I didn't deal nearly as much damage as I used to.
Yeah, the monk fans are great. Actually, that's a missed transmog opportunity. Why can't I have like hats? Why can't
you have nunchucks?
Yeah, or nunchucks or something. But like a bladed hat? Like, come on, dude.
Oh, like fucking what's his nuts from Mortal Kombat?
I thought you were gonna say Odd Job. Liu Kang.
Oh yeah, Odd
or
Job
not Liu
too.
Kang. Is it Liu Kang? I should know. I play Mortal Kombat all the time.
Oh, do you know that the guy who played Oddjob is like actually just a fucking sick psycho rapist dude?
What an odd job.
Did you hear about that? He like fucking
No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, the actor for Oddjob like raped and murdered somebody.
So let me get okay. The world of video gaming is really rough right now because that 007 Nintendo 64 game like just came out.
Yeah.
And everybody's running around, oh, I can't wait to play Odd Job again. And like, where everyone's playing Fortnite. It's like, oh, I love my Rick and Morty skins on Fortnite. And it's very hard.
Well,
is that what Justin Roiland said?
Hey, in happier news, Chris Avallone, I think he settled his defamation lawsuit out of court.
I forget who Chris Avallone is.
He got he was like the writer for New Vegas and stuff.
Oh, okay. Wow, what were people saying about him?
And like Planescape Torment and stuff. Well, it was a defamation suit. I don't know all the details. I just saw like just a blurb about it. I refuse to take a stance, but
I'd love for that to be the defense in like court. Like somebody takes you to court for sexually assaulting someone, and you go, Your Honor, we work as game developers. At this point, who hasn't?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they settled out of court because it was a defamation case where it's like, yeah, he did bad touch, and it's like, well, did he? This guy, like, irreparable damage to a career. It's also one of those cases where it's like, I don't know. Is it a win? Is it not a win? Because if you settle out of court, then like it doesn't have the publicity for it. right?
Mm.
It's like for Blizzard, like, oh, the Cosby rape dungeon or whatever. Like, if they settle out of court, then you like don't have eyes on it anymore.
Yeah,
So
aren't they adding that to WoW in the next expansion?
Yeah, that's a new dungeon that they're bringing back for season 2.
Honestly, this brings it back again. If they ever do add player housing, like they're gonna have to make sure you can't name rooms.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Cosby Suite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You remember WildStar, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Shortly after it closed down, there was already efforts to get private servers running. The last time I kept up with it was a couple of years ago, and I think they actually got player housing working, but they didn't have the source code for all the world information. I'm not sure where that's at now. Could be worth checking out later.
Maybe. There were so many things going right for that game, but also a lot of problems.
Yeah, I loaded it up shortly after it went free to play, and I didn't care for... is there a word for like the specific style of humor that people who use Reddit like?
Unfunny?
Yeah.
I mean, boy, did you see... what was that game that just came out? There was like everyone was making fun of Forsaken for having like really bad dialogue.
Forspoken.
But then like 8 other games came out and everyone's just comparing them to Forspoken. Where it's not even like, oh, I hate this Marvel shit. It's just I hate this Forspoken shit.
That just happened.
I just closed the whole game studio with my freaking mind.
Oh, do you follow Keith Stack on Twitter, right? The comic artist?
No.
There's Leslie and Brienne, the two lesbians.
I think he has me.
Yeah.
I think he has me blocked by now.
Oh no! Why for?
I don't. I might be thinking of someone else if that seems out of character.
I'm trying to find the comic, but they in the premise of the joke is that there is a new Duke Nukem game, but it was released today, and he says the unfunny Reddit words.
Okay, you know what? I'm thinking of as a different artist.
Yeah, I sometimes forget that you have like a whole persona that I never interact with. It's weird to me that anyone would block you for any reason.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Twitter's the kind of thing where you can just like you can have like an add-on that automatically blocks people for you.
Oh yeah, you think maybe it's like you?
So I mean, there's just
you spoke to someone they didn't like 20 years ago.
Like, who's that one guy? There's that one journalist, that games journalist everyone hates because he's a douchebag, but he's also like the only games journalist.
I was like, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
But no, he actually does his job though.
Then that should name like one guy, I guess. I can't imagine who.
Yeah.
Though.
So I know he blocked me because I said something to him and I called him out for horse shit, and he blocked me. And it's like, okay, like that's what the feature's there for,
right?
And there's other people where like I'll look them up and I'm blocked, and it's like, oh, you're just being lazy. You've never seen one of my tweets. What the fuck?
If you're gonna block me, let it be a personal thing so I can have a vendetta against you.
Right.
Sorry, we're talking about Twitter, and I'm looking at this photo of this baby gorilla who's not happy about getting medicine, and it's very funny.
I thought you were gonna show us a comic.
Oh yeah, well I was also like looking at pictures of gorillas because they're funny.
So about World of Warcraft, did you hear the big rumor about the Evokers?
They're getting a third spec. Oh my god!
Whoa, third spec confirmed. So this Wowhead article is so clickbaity. I think a lot of people like sincerely believe that.
What,
I mean,
what would it consist of?
Well, let me walk you through it here. Data mined, they found this thing. There's quest text, and the quest text says, "Evokers only. Upon login, you are toasted with a new specialization remembered toast."
Huh?
So there were early workings of a feature where when you log into the game, it tells you, hey, you can unlock a third spec if you start this quest chain.
Okay.
So that sounds like it confirms a third spec, right?
Mm-hmm.
that the trail goes cold, and I'm pretty sure one of the devs confirmed we're not getting one in 10.1. But that doesn't mean it won't come in 10.2, right?
Right.
The interesting part is the part of the quest chain. There's a boss fight, and you have NPCs with you.
Mm.
And the quest chain is you have to defeat the boss with your damage, or heal or boost your companions.
Okay.
And so people are assuming that boost your companion means like it's a buff class.
That could be cool.
And this is like a training thing to unlock the spec. And I think people are reading into it and assuming too much. I mean, it's possible. But I think people are talking about like, oh, they're getting rid of the whole like Trinity thing. There's going to be a fourth specialization type.
Well, no, it'll either
that's like way over the top.
Yeah, it'll either be a healer, just a different kind of healer spec, or people just won't take it.
Yeah, it'll be like Disc Priest, where it's like
I don't know,
juggling your
like every now and
shields.
again, like it seems like every other patch, Disc Priest is pretty good.
Well, yeah, but I mean like conceptually, like the idea of power word
It
shield
works
and
different.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's that's kind of your buff healer class, I guess. You know.
Or it like buffs you by just making your base HP higher or something.
Something.
Yeah.
And I think that the other part is, let's pretend that boost is the right word here.
Uh-huh.
It could be like part of the quest chain is you're holding the artifact, and you push F to use artifact, and that boosts your companions. You know what I mean? Like,
or if you have like
we don't
a bunch
know.
of gnomes in your party, you press boost and it makes them normal height.
You open the store and get a level 70 boost today.
Yeah.
You swipe your credit card to do more damage.
to unlock the third spec. Champion, you've done it. You're a level 99 mob boss.
That's how World of Warcraft works.
I think the idea of Evokers getting a third spec is kind of neat. I want them to get either of the other two specs working.
I want a third spec for Demon Hunter, and it's all about throwing glaives. And it's a ranged spec.
They should have a ranged one, right?
That would be cool.
Is that really a weird idea?
It would be cool.
I think it's kind of weird. I think.
Shut up.
Okay. No. I think if you did a third spec for Demon Hunter, I think it would be kind of cute to have. I almost want to say like a third DPS spec or something, where it's like, you know, you've imprisoned your demons or whatever, or you're eating their souls, and that like modifies your shenanigans. Like there's an aspect of that you could lean into where it's like I guess vengeance. It's like, yeah, you have your demon form or you turn into one, but what about like I just rip open a portal to the Twisting Nether and like crack open a Void Walker or something, and now I do shadow damage. Like I become a Void form.
Take off your demon shoes and your stinky demon feet, make everybody feel really sick, and there's always like green gas around you.
Yeah, kinda. But it's like you're switching damage types or something that modifies your base abilities depending on what like form you take. Like, if you leaned into that could be kind of an interesting...
And, like, your Demon Hunter, like, bends over, and because they're a leather class, their leather pants split open, they go, oops, my ass, and they, like, fart. A bunch of, like, brown gas goes everywhere and kills everybody. I like that you and me are on the same page with this. I like that we're both thinking the same way.
Well, since you both agree, I want to go back to this idea of what, like, a buff spec would be.
Yeah.
Because this is my problem. I'm trying to picture that as a dragon-y thing to do. Because, like, I feel like the dragon power fantasy is, like, you flying in and breathing fire everywhere.
Yeah.
Not, like, you encouraging your friends. It's like, if you're choosing to play World of Warcraft, and you're like, I want to be Spike the Dragon from My Little Pony, and cheer on the ponies to stay in the front row while I'm in the back. Like, that's a weird dragon fantasy to have.
Yeah.
I want to see this on Shaman
Here
and like maybe Paladin or something.
Hear me out, okay?
No, I'm right.
Well, no, like, theoretically, like buff dragon spec, right? So we know Alex Straza has her whole like breath of life and kind of life shenanigans. Okay, we know Chromie has like weird temporal manipulation, right? There's your third lust class, like just baked in, or yeah, I guess your third. Whatever. They have some kind of temporal manipulation thing going on. It's like power infusion from Priest. That's like a rolling, hot or something or buff that they can slap on guys. You got your, arcane. You can mix it in with like the different aspects of the Dragonflights to like amplify
I'm gonna go
certain effects.
the complete opposite direction and say you go even more dragon. You're like down on all fours. You have like your full like dragon mode, and you're a melee spec, and you just go in and fucking slap shit with your claws and tail.
Yeah, but Drakthir are like tiny.
Yeah, but like you would select this, and then it would be like shifting to bear form as druid.
I mean, that could also work.
If the Drakthir aren't dragon enough for you, you just play that spec, and then you're in.
Well, yeah. I think more options is better than less options. So if they have some good ideas, I don't even care what the idea is. I just want to see more of it. But I did want to talk about this article just because it was funny to see it making the rounds. Because like every post on Reddit was, I can't believe they're making my dreams come true. And it's like, what? They're not doing anything. What did you think you read?
They're dreaming of nothing.
Oh boy, it's been a longer than I thought it was. You guys drained me.
Sorry, Cam.
I'm not. I think
I'm Radish.
Radish.
Oh yeah.
I hate you both.
Yeah. I
love you guys so much. We're doing a show.
Yeah.
We're presenting.
Yeah,
it's respectful to the audience that we stay in character and pretend to be like Warcraft.
It's respectful to the three other people that watch this.
And two of them are us.
Okay, well, any closing comments this week?
Oh, are we closing up?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Closing comments. I think World of Warcraft should be a tabletop game and stop being an MMO.
I want to talk about that next time.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
I think that'd be fun.
Closing comment. Play more games. Don't treat an MMO like a single player game. Use general chat, trade chat, guild chat, talk to people constantly, all the time. This is a group game. Don't treat it like a single player game. That's what kills an experience for me.
Are you gonna come back for 10.1?
Maybe.
Are you going to come back for 10.0.7?
Definitely not. That's not enough decimal places. Or it's too many, I guess.
I'm happy with the cadence of them, like, bringing stuff out, but it's like, I'm trying to read some of these notes, and it's like, we're going to redo the whole loot system. And it's like, well, I didn't figure out the last loot system, so I don't even know what these changes mean.
Right. Well, goodbye.
What's a Warcraft?
Oh, I want to sing that song. Remember that song that B. Arthur sings when she closes the bar?
No.
No one at this bar ever sings.
That reference is beyond my ears.
You don't know that one?
No.
That's what she sings with the rat. The rat's there. That's the species I want to play in our Star Wars RPG.
Oh yeah, when that inevitably happens.
Yeah, I want to be one of those. What are they called again?
Space Skaven.
What species is Rung from Star Wars? It didn't understand my my question.
Randnat? Those are like literally rad people.
Randnat. I want to be a Randnat with B. Arthur. So take care, friends, or something.
Nah, something like that. Anywho.
Take care.
Take care. And remember to stay safe out there. There's a lot of I don't care anymore.
Duke Herchibald von Hymansbane of the human kingdom of Farawayland, I declare you my prey, and I will chase you to the ends of Azeroth until I get to finally tame your comically oversized genitals. All 5 of them.